Day 3 of finals at the National Swimming Championships, and we're looking for more performances such as this from Matthew Stanley, who qualified for the Olympic Games yesterday. Hello again from the Sir Owen Glenn Aquatic Centre on the North Shore, where the big target for our top swimmers is Olympic selection. That's what they're after here tonight again. Some swimmers have gone agonisingly close to those target times, such as this morning in the men's 50 metres freestyle when Daniel Hunter set a new New Zealand record but was just outside Olympic selection. However, two others this morning, Bradley Ashby and Helena Gasson, did qualify, and what a gutsy swim from Helena Gasson.
Yeah, John, look, that was a really, really good swim. You know, she had a really tough first day. She broke the New Zealand record in the heats in the 200 fly, got rolled in the final and a slower time. So huge disappointment. But, you know, she showed a lot of mental fortitude to come back and make their qualifying time this morning in the 100 butterfly. What a huge relief for her. Let's hope that it'll be even better tonight.
Well, she set a New Zealand record, so did Bradley Ashby. What do you want to see from him tonight?
I thought Bradley Ashby was outstanding this morning, and wouldn't it be fantastic if he is the first New Zealander to go under the 2-minute mark, broke the New Zealand record this morning, qualified, but to go under the 2 minutes, that's history in its making.
All right, let's have a look at those who have posted qualifying times for the Olympics and Paralympic nomination times. There we see Lauren Boyle and Emma Robinson on night one. That was great, the 800 metres freestyle. Stanley yesterday, and then this morning, Bradley Ashby and Helena Gasson. To the para swimmers, and gosh, they've been performing brilliantly, as you'd expect. Mary Fisher and Sophie Pascoe are there, along with other New Zealand representatives, Rebecca Dubber and Nikita Howarth. And there we see Hamish McLean, Tupou Naufi and Brian McPherson. So a very strong-looking team as possible for the para swimmers, but they have to go through further selection processes. And we're going to see more of the para swimmers and, of course, our two new qualifiers for the Olympic Games in the finals tonight. Here's what you're going to see. 400 freestyle for women, well, our guns are in action there. Then the 50 freestyle para swims, the 200 individual medley, looking for Ashby to maybe go under 2 minutes. 50 metre freestyle, can Hunter go under the qualifying standard? Then we go to the individual medleys for para men and women, the 100 butterfly for men and women, where we'll see Gasson in action again, and we end up with the 4x100 freestyle relays. Yes, so a big night is lined up here. Doesn't that look picturesque? The 2016 New Zealand Open Championships here at this new aquatic centre in the Millennium area of the North Shore. Colourful people, good applause, nice reaction from the crowd, and they do get an excellent view from their vantage point. The 400 metre freestyle for women. This is our first race, the final. New Zealand record, Lauren Boyle. Above her, Katie Ledecky, the woman that nobody can beat at the moment. So we're starting with Harwood, Patterson, Yonsu Lee, Monique King, Lauren Boyle and Emma Robinson. Those two have qualified already. Karina Doyle, the impressive Georgia Maris, who won a gold medal last night. Charlotte Webby, open water expert, and Stephanie Gillespie.
Oh, what an exciting race this is going to be, John. Really looking forward to it. I mean, Lauren Boyle, every time she steps up, you get excited, don't you? Certainly.
And she looks focused. She swam reasonably well this morning. She's in fine form. Of course, there shouldn't be much pressure, but on the opening night, she helped Emma Robinson qualify also. So Robinson wearing the Capital Club cap, but swimming and training in Australia. So she'll be in lane 5. But we also have some other stunning swimmers. Monique King will front up in lane 3. She was 3rd in the 800.
And remember Georgia Maris in lane number 7. Now, she was first in the 200 metres freestyle.
Well, look at that nice smile from Boyle. She's relaxed. I'll keep you up to date with the split times required and give you progress on how far under or near the qualifying time Lauren Boyle and the others are. And we'll keep a close watch on her. She's in lane 4. That's the centre lane. She's wearing the all black. Just to her left here is Emma Robinson, who will be Rio bound as well. In lane number 3, Monique King, who was 3rd in the 800 behind these two. And it's those 3 swimmers at the moment, with Karina Doyle from North Shore in lane 6 and Georgia Maris in lane 7.
It's interesting, John, that every time they come back this way in the pool, both of them are breathing towards each other. Lauren Boyle breathing to her right only, and Emma Robinson breathing to her left. So they're facing each other every time they come from the scoreboard on the odd lengths as such.
Well, Robinson showed an ability to stay with Boyle for the early stages of the 800. This will be quicker, of course. Boyle body length ahead of Robinson at the moment as they've gone through the 100. 59.84.
Yeah, that's a good split. I'm quite comfortable with the way she's sitting in the 59.84 over the first 100 metres. Remember this morning she was only a fraction of a second outside that qualifying time. Qualifying time is well within her capabilities, but she really wanted to do it this morning but was swimming all alone.
So 4:09 is what she's looking for. 4:09.08 to be precise. Just under that. She needs to reach that or go underneath it. It's 6 seconds slower than her national record, which she set at the Commonwealth Games. Here she is now, looking just that. We could see so much of Lauren Boyle. She looks so smooth. She's got a wonderful style. She's a much more relaxed swimmer. She's benefiting and thriving under her time in Australia, and she mentions that, how good she feels. 200 coming up, the halfway stage. Robinson is second, 2:02.41.
Oh, that's a really good split, 2:02.41. That is certainly going to be under the qualifying time. What we want to look at is how far behind Robinson is. So 2:04, she is at the 200-metre mark. She's going to have to up it a little bit, Emma Robinson, if she wants to make it 2 events that she's qualified for the Olympics. Remember, both swimmers have to go under the qualifying time to compete 2 swimmers at the Olympic Games. Well, certainly Lauren Boyle is going to be doing it.
So the pressure is on Robinson now. Boyle looking good. The crowd rising to the urging from Ian Jones, who's poolside. Robinson now will be looking across, and she'll see that Monique King is within her vision. And in 4th place, or maybe 3rd equal, it's Georgia Maris, following on from her fine 200.
Yeah, fantastic 200, and she was the fastest finisher in that 200 metres, and it looks as if she's starting to increase it, but Lauren Boyle also has increased it. She needs to be about a 3:05, 3:06 in that area, where she's a 3:05.37 right there. This is great.
She's well inside it, or she's inside it. She knows it. She can pace it well herself, but Robinson needs to step up. She might just miss out on this. Emma Robinson unable to keep that contact with Boyle as she did in the longer race on the first night. And coming up still into contention is Monique King. You can see King out there in 3rd place comfortably, but also Maris in 4th. Watching Boyle as she touches. 3:37.
Yeah, just slowed down a little bit over that particular length. Just a sloppy turn, not as aggressive as what she was, but she's still there. And I think that she is going to do it. Notice that she's just increasing her kick rate and her stroke rate at the same time. Crowd really getting in behind her, which is fantastic as well.
Lauren Boyle on target, looking good. Robinson coming home strongly, putting in a big finish. Boyle, she senses that she's close. Robinson screaming home. There's the qualifying time. She betters it. She does get there. A big last 50 at 4:08.28. That's just under a second inside the qualifying standard. In 2nd place, Emma Robinson, 4:12.61. And in 3rd place, Monique King, followed by Georgia Maris. So 400 metres, Lauren Boyle's qualified. Made it look a bit harder than what we thought she might.
Well, you know, it's interesting how you've got to bounce back from an 800 metres freestyle, and then you've got to then do a 400 heat this morning. She was a bit disappointed, but, you know, she knows that she's not in the best shape, and everything is about the Olympics, and that's what she's getting ready for. It's about their preparation.
So confirmed there, Lauren Boyle, 4:08.28. She has qualified for this event, the 400 metres freestyle. As we expected, we expect a lot from Lauren Boyle. From the start, I mean, she does everything so well, technically so good.
Yeah, very technically proficient. Have a look at this turn. She gets in there, gets underneath the turbulence that the swimmers have created. Again, plants those feet well. She's on her side initially, which is so important. It helps the streamline. But just a little bit sloppy in that turn there. Just didn't quite get in it far enough, and as a result, didn't come off the wall. But look at her, head down, driving for the wall, as is Emma Robinson, and the delight from the crowd.
Lauren Boyle does it yet again, and she's now down poolside with Ian Jones.
Well, congratulations, Lauren. You had a target time that you had to do. You still went out and did it. You qualified. You're off to Rio now for the 400 free as well. Congratulations. Talk us through the race.
Thank you. I guess I'm really happy to make the qualifying mark, and there's a lot of room for improvement from that time, hopefully. So, yeah, just glad to be in another event.
Is it really hard, Lauren? You did that wonderful 800 free on Monday, then to back up. I know your training's for this, but to do it again, a 400 free, how difficult is that?
We had the day off yesterday, so it shouldn't be too hard to do that with the day in between.
So what's your focus now from now to the Olympics? What's the training that you have to do to perform at your best in Rio?
I think the biggest thing will be having really consistent training with no gaps for illness or injury or anything like that. So I think that will be most people's focus, to just be really consistent.
Well, congratulations. It's great to have you swimming here at the Sir Owen Glen Aquatic Centre. Well done once more.
Thank you.
That's great, isn't it? A disappointment there for Emma Robinson. Not earth-shattering for her. She is going to the Games anyway, but I'm sure she would have loved to have been swimming in this event as well. But superb by Lauren Boyle. And we see Mr.
Stephen Tyndall.
Yes, Mr. Tyndall sitting there in the pool. He's along here supporting. There are quite a few well-known faces in the crowd, and we'll spot some of them for you. So Moss Burmester there wandering in. As we look at our next event now, the 50 metres freestyle. This is the para men's final. We'll have 5 starters. They all have their various categories, classifications. The most well-known of these swimmers is Cameron Leslie, swimming out of lane 2 from North Shore. There's Arbuthnot in lane 4 from Icebreaker Aquatics in Palmerston North, coached by Nicole Goldsmith at the Para Pan Pacs. He competed there in 2014 as a 15-year-old. There's Leslie, experienced Olympian, Paralympian, 2008, 2012, where he won a gold and set a world record at the Paralympics in London. Mentioned they have their nomination times. They have to set these target times, reach them, and then they go into a second period of selection process for the para swimmers.
And the 50 free is only available in the Paralympics for some classifications as well. So, you know, some of these athletes won't even have a chance to get a nomination time.
Well, certainly Cameron Leslie has it a 35 point, he's chasing a 37.63, but it's a really tough time.
Well, there is a qualifying time from Christopher Arbuthnot, so well done to him, 27.17. Oh, my apologies, had to do 26.94, so just outside, but a personal best and an improvement of his heat time.
And Leslie does a 39. We just see that going up, so that's fractionally outside the time required. Cameron Leslie has a full list of swims here. So Arbuthnot was the fastest of those 5. Nutsi and Beck almost alongside each other. So the standards required are tough, but New Zealand reaches those standards so often. They're a sensationally successful para swim country.
Please welcome to the pool deck our finalists in event 112.
Next up we'll have the women, and here they come now. This is the para 50 metre freestyle for women. See some really familiar faces there. You see Mary Fisher coming in, Rebecca Dubber as well, Brian McPherson there in the blue, just stepping into lane number 6. Here's the lineup: Pascoe in 4, Fisher in 3, Nuefi, who's also qualified. We saw that qualifying list, or what those that had bettered the nomination standard. So who's there? McPherson has Nuefi, Pascoe, Fisher, Dubber. They've all done what's been required of them.
Here's the face of para swimming, isn't it? This is Sophie Pascoe, the world record holder in this event, the 50 metres freestyle, with a time of 27.74.
Here's Mary Fisher, who is equally dominant in her disciplines. Vision impaired athlete, so she has an S11 classification. On this side, it's young Amy Noble, 14 years of age. Freestyle. Naofi very well off the blocks and into her work. So too Braille McPherson, Pascoe of course in lane 4, and Mary Fisher in
Mary
lane
Fisher
3.
was just outstanding off the blocks. But Sophie Pascoe, look at her, she's just unbelievably good, isn't she?
Well, she's just a world record holder. She's an a Paralympic gold medalist. She world champion. She does it again. There's the time that she set, 28.11. And that time, without even looking at it, will say that she's well underneath the qualifying standard. She is. She needed a 29.35. And listen, having a look at the others, Mary Fisher, 31.82. Yes, that's under the qualifying time as well. So they've all done their job again, Mark.
Yeah, they continue to improve, don't they? And I think that's just the excitement of being in this meet, the television presentation of them, and I guess it just always profiles them all the time.
So more swimmers. You're right there. Mary Fisher was away well. So too Tupou Naofi and Pascoe. Pascoe out, hits the front. Naofi to her right, Mary Fisher to her left.
Just look at the bellways that come off her. She's just a beautiful swimmer. Rolly Crichton does an outstanding job as her coach. But the combination they have has just been long-term, hasn't it? And it's gone from strength to strength.
So Sophie Pascoe has bettered the nomination time again. And we looked at seven names earlier on the program for swimmers who'd bettered the nomination time, and now Sophie Pascoe is with Ian Jones.
Well, Sophie, congratulations once more underneath the qualifying time. You're nominated. I know you're still in full training, but gee, you exploded off those blocks.
Yeah, it was a good race. I'm really pleased with it. It's the exact same time as what I did at World Champs last year, so yeah, it'd be nice to break that 28 again, but yeah, we're full on in training mode at the moment, so yeah, we've got another 5 months to go, and that's obviously where we'll be pulling it out.
Well, Sophie, in a race like this, it's over in 27 seconds. There's no room for error. What are you thinking?
Well, actually, the advice that Rolly gave me tonight was just be mean for 28 seconds. So I just followed that, and that's what I was thinking through the race.
Well, if you're going to be as mean as what Rolly is, you're going to be a very, very good swimmer in Rio.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks.
Well, a stunning swim again from her. The crowd enjoying this. There's a good mix of para swims and open swims as well. And next up, we'll have the men's 200 individual medley. And we talked a lot about that earlier, the fact that Bradley Ashby went under the national record and the qualifying standard. So those swimmers are coming out now. Ryan Lochte, gosh, 2011 he set the world record of 154. And as we've mentioned earlier, in the lead up to this, no New Zealand has gone under 2 minutes. Ashby very close today, 2 minutes exactly.
But he set history this morning because he broke the New Zealand record.
That's
But
right.
we're wanting real history. If you go under the 2 minutes, you are in the international scene.
Cortland Ellis, Blake Gunn, Hamish Trelin, Max Polyansky, Ashby, Mitchell Donaldson, Callum Prime, Matthew Phillips, Cameron James and Cameron Blair. So 10 swimmers lining up for the final of the men's 200 metres individual medley. Mitchell Donaldson starting in 5. This is the man that we're looking at though throughout. This is Donaldson now, who was second in this last year, training under Scott Talbot in Sydney. Ashby, gosh, qualifying in the heats and setting a New Zealand record. Dean Kent held that record for a long time.
Sure did, held it for a long time. In fact, he won the title for 10 consecutive years, Dean Ken. 3 times Olympian. So he'll be delighted to see Bradley Ashby break his record, because it shows progress.
In lane 3 we have Max Polianski, second in the 200 fly a couple of nights ago. Good medley swimmer as well. So the start's so important. What's Ashby like? Stays down a long time. Last to emerge, but he's in front in the fly. Now watch the times. Mark's got a clock on these. Ashby looking good. He swam so well this morning. There was hardly anyone here at the pool. Tonight with a bit of a crowd here and some urging from Ian Jones poolside. Maybe the crowd will carry him through to a sub 2 minute.
Well, it's a good first 50 metres, 25.68. He hasn't gone crazy, and I think that's the important part. He's a beautiful butterflyer, as he is equally a great backstroker. Now, this is where he just needs to consolidate, because when he turns it from the backstroke to the breaststroke, all the effort comes out of your legs. So you'll notice he'll increase the stroke rate of his arms, leave the legs a little bit. Just want to protect the legs, ready for the third discipline, the breaststroke leg. But very dominant. We want to see about a 55, 56 over the first 100, 56.01. So he's right there, thereabouts. We need to help him over the breaststroke now.
So Ashby, this is the tough leg. This is the one that can make or break it. Challenging Mitchell Donaldson to his left, but a body length back. Polianski in third place. Those are the 3 chasing the medals right now, and Ashby. What time are we looking for at 150?
Oh, 130, 131 in that area. But I like the way that all 3 of them are swimming breaststroke. That's Polianski, Ashby and Donaldson, all very proficient in this third discipline. They turn 130.54. Now that's a really good 50 metres breaststroke. He's on target to go under the 2 minutes. If we can bring him home.
We could see history here tonight. No New Zealander has gone under 2 minutes. Ashby went 2 minutes flat this morning in the heats and is the New Zealand record holder. He is also Rio bound with a qualifying standard. Is he going to cap off tonight with a great swim? He is inside the qualifying time, dying slightly. 1:59.76. History here. Bradley Ashby cracks the 2 minute mark for the first time by a New Zealander in the 200 metres individual medley.
And John, what's important is it's 2 New Zealand records and a step up over the day from the heats to the finals. And that's what international swimming is about. Do it in the heats and then step it up in the final. Outstanding swim.
Wow, that gets the crowd going. They're silent now as they absorb what's happened here tonight.
And we should give praise to Clive Power as his coach as well.
Bradley Ashby, New Zealand record and under the qualifying time again, and well, under 2 minutes, 1:59.76. Donaldson second, Polianski third. Those positions didn't change throughout the race, but it was a stunning performance from this 20-year-old who has now become one of our top prospects.
Very, very good start. Extremely good butterfly. As I said, he didn't over push the mark in the butterfly. Good backstroke, you can see him sucking in the air, and I thought that his breaststroke leg just set him up. A little bit of late breathing in his freestyle. He looked as if he was struggling a bit, but he just hung in there tough, really tough, and a fantastic time. You watch the delight on his face when he sees it.
Yes! Delight. Sub 2 minute. Brilliant. And I bet he's got plenty to talk about. You mightn't be able to shut him up, Ian.
Well, Bradley, congratulations. Words do not do that justice. First New Zealander ever to break the 2 minute mark in the 200 IM. Qualifying time once more. You must be absolutely over the moon.
Oh, absolutely shattered. Such a hard swim, but just got no words.
But you've got a great squad. Clive Power's working very, very hard for you for the last 12 months here in this pool. I mean, the training you've done has led to all of this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just all the hard work in the pool. It's come down to this one moment and just can't.
Also got to mention your support network, your family, your dad's up there floating in cloud 9, your mum's crying. I mean, it's nice to have those people behind you.
Oh yeah, definitely. It makes it so much easier with all the support staff and having them here. It just makes it that much more special.
Well, congratulations, mate. Those wonderful words. You are off to Rio, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, deserved applause there from the crowd. And Bradley Ashby, when I said they won't be able to shut him up, of course, he's struggled to talk after that sort of event.
Well, he left nothing out there, did he? He just put it all on the line. And
So,
hopefully that's an inspiration to a lot of other swimmers here at this meet as well.
look at that, isn't that nice? New Zealand record, Bradley Ashby, 2016, 1 minute 59.76. Nice to have that live here on Sky.
Really, it's the swimmer of the meet so far, isn't
Wow. Oh, gosh, yeah. And as we look at the men's B final swimmers and have a glance through those, but you're right, Mark, when you talk about it, the swim of the meet, particularly, he backed up. And that's what we haven't seen from some of the other swimmers. Matt Stanley said he was disappointed that he didn't do it, so it's something he had to work on. But Ashby has just shown how it's done. Brilliant. So swimming in lane number 3 there, that's Jack Kelleher from North Shore. Flynn Jones will be swimming in lane 6. It's him just getting down and ready to go.
Seeing Jones's son.
Yes, yeah. And he gets away very well indeed. So Flynn Jones, 16 years of age at the national age groups. Last year he was 2nd in the 400 IM and 3rd in the 400 free. So he and a lot of these swimmers are those who are developing and hoping that by next year or the year after they'll be in there fighting for that A spot.
They're going really well in lane number 1 is Shaquille Vahatua from the Hawaii Pakuranga Club. 21-year-old, really strong breaststroker when he gets onto the breaststroke league, but what a good first 50 metres, 27.12. I think he might have gone out a little bit too hard, but certainly he's taking it to them in this B final.
He is, and in the centre lane, in lane 4, it is James Kiley. Down here, we can just see in lane 6, Flynn Jones is also performing well. Very good backstroke leg from Flynn Jones.
Well, this is a special stroke, backstroke. Flynn Jones, very, very good backstroker.
I think I might have got Maxwell Stubbs from Te Awamutu instead. It is Stubbs who's there, Stubbs and Jones.
Well, Jones has picked up the
Forsyth,
pace in the
yes,
backstroke.
indeed.
But James Kiley takes us through the first 100 metres in a 101.15. So that's an improvement on what he swam this morning in the heats.
Still lane 4, James Kiley is the leader. To his left there, that's Devlin Forsyth of Karori Pirates, who was 3rd in the 800 free a couple of nights ago. Flynn Jones in lane 6, moving up into a challenge for 3rd. On the other side of Kiley is Jack Kelleher of North Shore, and Maxwell Stubbs of Te Awamutu is still doing well in lane 7.
Shaquille Fahatua from Hawaii Pakuranga in lane number 1, once again making a move in the breaststroke leg. Went to sleep in the backstroke, but he's coming back.
So Kiley touches first, Devlin Forsyth is 2nd, and then we have Kelleher and Stubbs. That's the first 4. Freestyle and they're homeward bound.
So 25 metres still to swim in the 4th discipline, the freestyle, and it is James Kiley from the Parnell Swimming Club that's going to take out the B final. Very good swim here by Flynn Jones in 2nd position, coming through really strongly.
Yes, indeed, it is going to be Kiley who wins it, and it's a battle for 2nd and 3rd, and Jones gets there ahead of, I think that was Kelleher in lane 3. So it looks like Kiley, and 2nd place it's Jones, and 3rd Kelleher. 1, 2 and 3, the men's B final, the 200 metres individual medley. The positions changing quite a bit throughout that race.